Hello, Facebook world. So, a couple things I want to share tonight. I have made a commitment to myself, and I'm holding myself accountable for what I am naming a Heartcore 24. So, what does that mean? It means that I am committing to going live on Facebook for 24 consecutive days, to have hardcore, heart centered conversations, and to speak my truth. I have been hesitating on doing Facebook Lives, and last night I had a really amazing conversation with one of my best friends in the whole wide world, Shayna Scott. And we got deep into that talk about, like, where's my resistance? Why am I hesitating to do so many Facebook Lives? Like, I want to do them. There's so much I have to say. It's good to connect. It's good for my business. And yet I don't get myself to do it. I don't push past whatever resistance I have in order to do it. And I knew it wasn't so much the fear of going live. There was something deeper. I just wasn't connecting with what that was. And so in my conversation with Shayna, we discussed the idea of, speaking your truth, and why does it feel so uncomfortable to speak your truth. So tonight, on day 1 of 24 Heartcore Conversations, I want to talk about that. And as I began to really unravel what that meant, what I realized is that I have, I don't know, maybe 1,000 friends on my Facebook page, all from a different season of my life. So I have high school friends, college friends, friends from the movie business, friends from teaching, friends from now and business, and friends from Soul Seekers in my spiritual community. And so there's all these different people in my feed and in my life that I worry about the message. And I worry about who's going to resonate with my message, and who's going to feel like it's their truth, and who's going to feel like they are connected to it. And so what happens is I worry so much about kind of trying to make the message resonate with everyone that I end up not making a message, and therefore I resonate with no one. And so I went a little deeper, and I started thinking about what that looked like. Why? So if you know me from high school, what's the problem? If you know me from today, what's the problem? And what I realized was that my evolution of truth has changed, right? So when I was in high school and college, I had no I had a family, but I didn't have a husband. I didn't have children. I was free. I worked in the movie business, and I had the movie friends. So partying was a big goal of mine, and traveling was a big goal of mine. So my truth at the time, the people that I would have followed on Facebook at the time, were people that spoke to that essence of youth and freedom. And that's what I would have been attracted to. Now, some of those friends are still my friends, and they're still my Facebook friends. Then I evolved even more, right? And then I became an educator, and I became a mother and a wife. And so then the evolution of my truth was different. It just was a different truth because I was in a different situation. I had a different life than the life in my 20s. So now I resonated with the moms on my feed, and I resonated with the teachers and, the educators and people who were talking about raising a family and how to be a better mom and what it's like to be a mom. So I wasn't as interested. Hi, Alba. How are you, sweetheart? I wasn't as interested. I miss you, Alba, very, very much. If you're watching, let me know you're watching. Say hello. And if you catch me on the replay, let me know how this resonates with you. So now I have evolved yet again. And so now I have an online business. I'm really into the spiritual community. I love people who talk about stones and crystals. I love people who talk about energy and healing. I love talking about coaching. And so now I'm coming from yet a different place. And here's the deal. Sometimes we censor our message because we're afraid of how it's going to be received or who it's going to be received by. But the truth is that it is my job to speak my truth. It is my job to be true to who I am in this moment. For me, what that means now. And I don't need to worry about who the right people are to receive my message, because it is your responsibility to speak your truth and to filter what doesn't align with it, just like I filter what isn't aligned with me. So if you know me from a previous truth, from a previous evolution of myself, and you think, wow, I don't really connect to anything she says anymore, like we're just not aligned, then it's absolutely your responsibility and your right to get rid of me and unfriend me. Or it might just be the opposite. You might say, wow, I live a different life, but I really resonate with what you say. Or maybe we live the same life. But it is not my job to control how the message is received. It is my job to speak my truth and to speak from my heart and to give the messages that I'm inspired to give. And then it lands on who it's supposed to land on. So this concept that was holding me back, that, wow, what are my high school friends going to think? Or I won't be familiar to my college friends. They're going to wonder where I'm at. And I'm in a beautiful place, but it's just my truth now might be different from your truth now. And we align or we do not. But what this 24 days of hardcore conversations is going to do is it's going to allow me to come on every day and just give a little piece of me, give a little piece of my heart, engage in a heart-centered conversation that feels true to me, that speaks my truth. And then if you and feel free to comment. If you don't resonate, tell me. If you feel like it gives you some sort of inspiration, then interact with me. And if you feel like we no longer have anything in common, then unfriend me, and that's okay too. So the need for me to be validated by everyone is being replaced with the need to speak my truth and attract the people who are speaking kind of the same love language, right? So that's what I wanted to start day one by saying is, find your flavor, find your match, find who has a resonance with you. When they speak and you think, I'm really connected to that message. And every time they speak or every content they put out there makes me want to stop and read it. If you're scrolling past me every time I come on, or you're like, ugh, I don't want to listen to her, then why are you allowing me to take up space in your friends list or on your feed? Just part ways. You've got to energetically make space for what you feel inspired by. And that's what I'm also trying to do. As I scroll through and I go through, I ask myself those questions like, is this person someone I love and adore? Does it make me happy to see them come across my feed when they speak? Am I excited to hear what they have to say? And if the answer's no, then they don't have to be there. They're not a roommate. So allow yourself to purge what isn't a match so that only what is a match comes up for you. And I definitely know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but if you like strong, caffeinated truth tea, then I'm probably right for you. And so that's it. I know that this message will land. I trust that this message is going to land exactly where it's supposed to, on the ears of those it's supposed to reach. I don't know what my message will be every day, but I know that it'll be hardcore centered conversations from my heart to yours, speaking my truth. And I'm so glad that I have a platform to allow that to take place and to just get it out there. And I think that for any of you who are struggling with having a message in your throat, you almost feel it in your throat, like you have this message in your heart and it gets this far, and then after it gets in your throat, it like lodges there. And either you are willing to share it with the world or you hold it back. And you always know. I mean, for me, my throat starts to hurt and I feel like almost that sore throat feeling when I hold back, because I know I'm telling myself that there's a reason I can't get the words out. There's a reason I'm afraid to show and share what's on my mind. And so, the moments are less scary when you just get it out there. And what's the worst that can happen? Someone doesn't like what you have to say or someone judges you. That's okay. There are plenty of other people. There is an equal amount of people out there who will love your message. But no matter what, you don't compromise your truth. And that's where I've decided my block was for going live. And so hopefully in the next 24 days, I learn how to get past that. So that's it. That's what I wanted to say to you guys. And I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to your hopefully long extended weekend. I know we're going to sleep in late all 3 days. And I will see you again tomorrow. I don't know. Hi, Amanda. I don't know what time tomorrow I'll be on. I'm not going to specify a specific time, but I will specify that I will be on until September 28th, and I will do 24 consecutive days. Also, any of you who are watching, I'm doing a Life Reboot Masterclass, and if you want more information, go into my Life Reboot private Facebook group, and you can find it there. That's it. And I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon.